The goal of creating a mind map around a concept like a pie, a cake, is to be able to find new words, new ideas that will be connected to this concept, even if we were not thinking about them initially. By using the Kipling method, we use a good starting point because it was simple to try to answer these 6 questions, then to expand them. In the mind map that we created, it's just a first draft of what we could do, because we see that we can really find more words, find more connection. Now, the question is, how can we use this mind map to support creative thinking that will help us to identify new ideas, new projects that could be built around the basic concept of a pie? The goal of the mind map is to show us some connection, some correlation that we were not thinking about initially. A first way to proceed is to follow a chain of words from the initial question. So we can, for instance, from the pie initial question, we can identify some words like vegan diet, or full dinner, or a vending machine. So these are ways whereby, going from a word to another word, we come to be able to associate words which were not supposed to be initially directly connected to our initial concept, which is the pie. The second way to proceed is to combine words randomly distributed over the full mind map and see if the combination could lead to some innovative project. We extracted before the following words: vegan, full dinner, vending machine. What about having vending machine being able to deliver full dinner pies, which would follow the rules of vegan diet? When we use a mind map as a support to our creative thinking, we have really to look at it as a global structure. We shouldn't focus on a specific word, try to understand what is logical. We saw that there are 2 ways to work with this mind map. The first one is to follow a chain of words until we come to a concept which was initially very far from the initial question. The other one is to combine different words that appear randomly in the mind map, and to see if the combination could lead to an interesting project. So from the mind map, and as complete it can be, we can extract a lot of new ideas, and we can think about a lot of new ways to look at the initial concept, like making pie or eating pie, and see how we can provide something new. This doesn't mean that because it's new, it's a good idea. So after this first step of creative thinking, we have to apply a second step, which is critical thinking. And this critical thinking is about starting from the initial idea we had, to explore if this is it very new, or was it already done, or maybe it looks like a good idea but it's totally stupid. So at the end of the day, what is very important is that only if people are ready to use what we offer will be what we can call a real innovation. So after a while, we have to go outside and ask people if they would be willing to pay for what we could offer. Are there people willing to put money in a vending machine that could deliver pies adapted to the vegan diet and to be eaten as a full dinner? We don't know until we have asked people what they think about that.